Good morning, students. Today's our topic is linear differential equation of higher order, lecture 2. Already told you what is linear differential equation with variable coefficients, linear differential equation with constant coefficients, what is complementary function, what is particular integral, how to get auxiliary equation, how to get roots of the equation. According to order of the differential equation, we get the number of roots. According to number of roots, we have arbitrary constants. Now, how to write a complementary function for different roots, real roots or complex roots, whatever it may be. So, roots of differential equation, complementary function. Look here, m1 comma m2, two distinct roots. We have to write our complementary function c1 e power m1x plus c2 e power m2x. Of course, methodology, theory, theorems, those are not in our syllabus. So we have to observe for which roots we have to write complementary function in which way. That is the important thing, important observation. M1, M2 distinct roots, distinct means different roots. Your complementary function c1 e power m1x plus c2 e power m2x. Two roots are there, two arbitrary constants are c1, c2. Here m1, m2, m3 distinct roots, three distinct roots. Your complementary function c1 e power m1x plus c2 e power m2x plus c3 e power m3x. So three arbitrary constants, three roots, three arbitrary constants. M equal roots. For equal roots, you write your complementary function c1 plus c2x bracket e power mx. Two roots, two arbitrary constants c1, c2. This is for different roots, this is for equal roots. Suppose there are three equal roots, you write your complementary function c1 plus c2x plus c3x square e power mx. Four equal roots are there, you know how to write according the same way. Now suppose m1 m2 two distinct roots, two equal roots. Now how to write complementary function? For these two roots you write c1 e power m1x plus, these are distinct roots. In this way you write this one c2 e power m2x. These are equal roots. Don't write again c1. Here two equal roots, here c1 plus c2x e power mx is there. Don't write same thing here. Here four roots are there. We have to write four arbitrary constants. That's why you write here c3 plus c4x put bracket e power mx. This is the very, very important observation. Very, very important observation. Suppose alpha plus or minus I beta complex roots are there. pair of complex roots. Here alpha is real part, alpha a real part, beta imaginary part. RP means real part, beta is equal to imaginary part, IP imaginary part. Now how to write complementary function for this? You write e power real part into x, e power alpha x into c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. This is the way of writing the complementary function in case of complex roots. Alpha plus or minus I beta means alpha plus I beta, alpha minus I beta. So two roots. So two arbitrary constants. Okay. Now suppose m1, m2, two distinct roots, alpha plus or minus I beta, two complex roots are there. Now how to write? C1 e power m1x plus e2 e power m2x plus e power alpha x. Don't write here c1. Already c1, c2 are there. Here four roots are there. We have to get four arbitrary constants. So write here c3 cos beta x plus c4 sin beta x. So here two equal roots, one pair of complex roots, write c1 plus c2x e power mx plus e4 alpha x into c3 cos beta x plus c4 sin beta x. Suppose two pair of complex roots are there, alpha plus or minus I beta, gamma plus or minus I delta, e power alpha x c1 cos beta x plus c2 sin beta x. For these two write e power gamma x, two roots, four roots. So we have to get four arbitrary. So you write here c3 cos delta x plus c4 sin delta x. Two equal pair of complex roots, alpha plus or minus I beta, alpha plus or minus I beta. You write your complementary function e power alpha x into bracket c1 plus c2x into cos beta x plus c3 plus c4x into sin beta x. అన్నిటికీ ప్రూఫ్లు ఉన్నాయి. ఆ ప్రూఫ్లు మనకి సిలబస్లో లేవు. Now we write some examples. Suppose roots are examples or practice bits. Suppose roots are 1 comma 2. How to write complementary function? c1 e power, here m1 means 1 into x plus e2 e power m2 means 2x. Suppose 2 minus 2 different roots. How to write complementary function? c1 e power 2x plus e2 e power minus 2x. 1, 2, 3. How to write complementary function? c1 e power 1 into x plus c2 e power 2x plus c3 e power 3x. Of course, here x is a independent variable. Suppose the differential equation is in the form dy by dx model, y is a dependent variable, x is independent variable. You write your complementary function in terms of independent variable. Suppose the differential equation is given dx by dt, you write your complementary function in terms of t. In place of x, you write t. Observe the independent variable and write your complementary function in terms of independent variable. two equal roots 2 2. Now how to write? C1 plus C2 x into e power 2x, e power 2x. 3 plus or minus I4, 3 plus or minus I4. Here real part is 3, imaginary part is 4. So you write your complementary function e power 3x into C1 cos 4x plus C2 sin 4x. Observe carefully. Look here. So roots are 0, 2, minus 2. One root is 0, two different roots. One root is 0. So three roots. C1 e power 0x plus C2 e power 2x plus C3 e power minus 2x. E power 0 means 1. So this implies C1 plus C2 e power 2x plus C3 e power minus 2x. Next, 0 minus 1 minus 1. C1 e power 0x plus equal roots C2 plus C3x bracket e power minus 1 into x minus x. So e power 0 means 1. So C1 plus this one. Minus 3, two equal roots C1 plus C2x into e power minus 3x. One real root, two pair of complex roots. Here real part is 1, imaginary part means I coefficient, that is 1. C1 e power minus 1 into x plus e power real part, so e power x into C2 cos imaginary part 1, so 1 into x plus C3 sin x. Here 0 minus 2 plus or minus 3i. So C1 e power 0x plus complex roots e power real part minus 2x, the C2 cos 3x plus C3 sin 3x. Simplifying, e power 0 is 1, so C1 plus e power minus 2x into C2 cos 3x plus C3 sin 3x. 1 by root 2 plus or minus I by root 2. Real part is 1 by root 2, imaginary part I coefficient 1 by root 2. Way of writing, e power real part into x 1 by root 2 into x plus C1 cos imaginary part 1 by root 2 into x plus C2 sin 1 by root 2 into x. 2 plus or minus root 3i. Here real part is 2, imaginary part is root 3. E power real part into x. Way of writing complementary function into C1 cos root 3x plus C2 sin root 3x. Suppose there are 3 equal roots 3, 3, 3. You write your complementary function C1 plus C2x plus C3 x square into e power 3x. 0, 0 plus or minus 2i. Here real part is 0, imaginary part is 2. 2 equal roots 0, 0. So you write C1 plus C2x into e power 0x plus e power real part is 0. C3 cos 2x plus C4 sin 2x. Simplifying we get this one. So whenever alpha plus or minus I beta, alpha is real part, Beta is imaginary part. How to write your answer? Real part into x, e power real part into x plus e1 cos imaginary part into x plus e2 sin imaginary part into x. This is the way of writing the complementary function, general form. Observe carefully. Definition of particular integral. Already we know f dy is equal to capital X, say 1, is the linear differential equation with the constant coefficients. Operating 1 by 1 by f d, don't say multiplying. Operating 1 by 1 by f d on both sides. 1 by f d, f dy is equal to 1 by f dx. F d cancel, we get y is equal to 1 by f dx. Is called particular integral. This is the formula for particular integral. 1 by f d is called inverse operator. 1 by f d is called inverse operator. Note: suppose x is independent variable in given differential equation. Capital D stands for differentiation with respect to x. Suppose t is independent variable, your capital D stands for differentiation with respect to t. That is the observation. Suppose x is independent variable in given differential equation. Capital D stands for differentiation with respect to x. D square stands for differentiation with respect to x 2 times square. D cube stands for differentiation with respect to x 3 times. 1 by d stands for integration with respect to x. 1 by d square stands for integration with respect to x 2 times. So example, dx square. So d stands for differentiation. So x square derivative 2x. D square x cube 2 times. So write d of dx cube. Derivative of x cube 3x square. Derivative of 3x square 2 into 3 6x. D sin x, derivative of sin x cos x. D square cos 2x 2 times derivative. First time cos 2x derivative minus sin 2x into 2x derivative 2. Inner function derivative. So minus 2 sin 2x is equal to minus 2 into derivative of sin 2x minus 2 into cos 2x into 2. So minus 4 cos 2x. 1 by dx square integration. 1 by d stands for integration. So integral x square dx x cube by 3. Don't write plus c. 1 by d square x 2 times integration. Look here. Integral x power of n is integral x power of n dx is x power of n plus 1 by n plus 1 formula. 1 by d sin 3x. 1 by d stands for integration. So integral sin 3x dx. Integral sin means minus cos 3x by 3x derivative. You write in denominator 3. 1 by d cos 2x. Integral cos 2x dx is equal to sin 2x by 2. Note: particular integral does not contain any arbitrary constant. Particular integral చేసేటప్పుడు ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ చేస్తున్నాం కదని ప్లస్ సి వేయకూడదు. పర్టికులర్ ఇంటిగ్రల్లో ఆర్బిటరీ కాన్స్టెంట్ రాదు. సొల్యూషన్ అంతా రాసిన తర్వాత చివరిలో ప్లస్ సి వేస్తాం తప్ప మిడిల్లో పర్టికులర్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ కట్టినప్పుడు మనం ప్లస్ సి వేయకూడదు, రాదు.